Where are you going, Holmes?
We have been
We have
to the Baker Street Irregulars.
at dinner. How? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet. They...
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location...
All right. We, the secret police of... Menu. Entree. Frozen...
Not at all, pray.
Main course. Sow's udder in... Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade... And it goes...
Ah, I can...
Oh, we can't go there. We can't...
Watson, you'll hurt...
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's... You have to help us, Mr. Holmes.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look...
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street.
Very well.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings...
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested at...
I beg your pardon? That case... Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with
Did you find...
a few personal belongings.
Thank you.
Mr. Holmes, what is the trouble?
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught. It seems as though the shell... It seems... Two out of the 6 shells. These cigarettes are filled... A cheap watch. Bought... Please... Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got no...
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you.
My brother?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey.
Good. Tell me your account of...
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking, the second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me.
So you might still have...
I panicked I didn't know what to do. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. He was holding a gun in his hand, though.
Interesting.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police, and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash, but I kept running forward. As I arrived in White... Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping.
A thrilling account. Leighton.
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark. Nothing so special. He was...
I see.
No. But perhaps... It's strange, but...
We shall see you soon, young...
Holmes, poor little...
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes.
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the rip, but then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murder...
Of course, Mara. Who were...
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian.
Are you spoke...
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that...
So, Constable...
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the...
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and...
please...
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a... I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground.
Did...
I didn't hear any shots.
What were the fireworks in honor of,
Well, today's Queen Victoria's...
Ah, yes, I appear to have lost track of... Constable Marrow, what else...
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the...
Constable... Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner?
Yes, I saw that the window was...
Constable... The bullet struck his head. A piece of wood that... This is an ordinary... He tried to stop the bleeding. The bullet penetrated. A tattoo from Westgate. Brian Vercotti and Leighton. Brian Vercotti. A fairly long poem. Good evening.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you.
Excellent. Could you tell us...
I was already in bed when the fire...
Please,
I quickly got up and I looked down and I saw you.
where
Well, near this body.
did he know?
I don't think so.
Were the two shots?
Yes, there was a very short pause between... It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is... Mr. Turner.
No, I saw no one, but
Mr. Turner,
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return. So I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the half moon from Whitechapel.
you have helped us...
I'm so glad that the murderer has been caught.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard? Is he all right?
Lock. Mrs.
What do you...
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a...
Well, I've already gave...
Could you tell us...
Yes, yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, but then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran... He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was...
And...
I screamed as loud as I could. He had no time to escape. Then another constable came out from the very same street.
Mrs. Powell,
I'm not sure.
did you see anyone else leave...
No, sir, I did not. Even with...
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell. Locked. Locked. This mirror is...
I'll do anything to...
Mr. Turner, you have...
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable...
Well, I think Constable Marrow, we could have missed each other somehow. You understand?
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr.
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to... This fire is dying out. The papers are almost in... These words... The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago. This kitchen knife... There are pieces of this kitchen knife. Mr. Turner was roused from his bed. The books on this shelf are... So...
Anything else?
So, that's the dead Brian. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp. This should be useful. This is most definitely... Watson, there was a third shot. it didn't happen this way. So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he... I can see prints from... Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head. Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Time can pull tricks.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
I understand. And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is...
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chap, but you also noticed a glittering... You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler. That broke your walking stick. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing...
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little...
You made a mistake by lying to me. But...
That's why it's better to stay at home at night.
Constable Marrow,
It would be.
I would like to make sure that there are no...
All right.
Take your lamp and start walking.
Understood. I can see you.
All right, Constable.
Here you are.
All right, Constable.
Mr. Holmes.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lab.
It,
Such a young man.
I'll do... Mr.
it would be my.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Mr. Holmes.
That is not... That is not the one I... That... Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archive. That is not the... Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story. The door is locked. Mr. Butler's... These tools are exactly what... This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the firework.
What's up with you, lad?
I'm waiting for my brother to be
Your brother?
the one that you caught.
Ah.
He ain't killed no...
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that...
Constable Marrow, Watson,
I'm listening.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted.
But Holmes,
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exact... Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should...
I understand.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare.
As you say.
Let us begin then. The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to... This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing faster.
Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave. Constable, is there...
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door...
Gentlemen... These shards of... A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. It's... Someone broke through the window. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
I'm always...
It would be my...
Please. Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad...
I know. I keep wondering that, but...
You were willing to risk your life?
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe... You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman? Would you tell me?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities.
You were quite young then.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become...
And the...
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had...
So you lost him?
Yes. And for...
We shall see you soon. Let us take a closer. It is not a thread, but a hair. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. Watson, could...
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside?
Well, I don't see an...
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair. This, human hair. The horse hair is thinner than the hair. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a hair from a large... My The ram's heads. This interesting. It looks as though Mr. Butler...
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad.
People like me?
Yes.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no. Then where did you get whatever it is?
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
It would be my...
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at...
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here?
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows
Oi.
I wish this crime had never...
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins,
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal.
You can count on me, Mr.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict...
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
And this is a young Indian elephant. Duval brothers, a well-known... I believe that is exact...
Aye, you. Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to...
You might be surprised.
What? That... You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? You're a bit slow to catch on, eh?
Spectacles are unpopular among I'd better wear a shabby hat.
Stay where you are.
Calm down, Watson.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Watson.
Who are you?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the...
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to...
I've got...
Charles Foley is inside the marquee.
So, everything is here, just... Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be... Whatever. We'll be here. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid, right? I hope that no one saw you. Of course not. Glad to hear it.
This wooden barrel is damp. There is a spot. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? Judging by the fraction, the barrels are roughly clustered. This print... That's a picture of a contemporary... From this post... There are enough powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. I am quite sure it is.
Stop right there.
Are you Charles?
Maybe.
They say that I can open and...
Do they now? We'll see Hertlock near the church.
I need to find out. Nigel Shirley, from York.
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me? Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about... Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me...
Well, he died.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. The trade... And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search.
It's all about the Hellenistic trade.
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll...
Us? Wait.
Billy, gentlemen.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a...
Deal. Here I am at the manor. This lock is quite... I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it. This cupboard... Several... It seems as though this cupboard... So, that's... What a surprise! And I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove... Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes. This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door leads to a kitchen. A solid... This door... This should be... The door is now... I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this form. I suppose... I want... Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape. This Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape. One step on these beams. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Any thief who finds his way upstairs. I suppose that the thieves already... I want... The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police. The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door. Oh, that's a... This works very well. This should... There is no ladder. If an... This should... Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall. If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. Now, it's not an open... Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay the traps for my circus. I can leave now, but I'll...
Police! Police!
Stop where you are!
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet,
Mycroft.
Sherlock? It may seem that I used you. So now, let us catch... But this man...
No.
Then why exactly...
This gentleman, Charles Foe, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared...
You're no better than a...
Holmes, that is incredible. The Helen...
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me.
I'll see.
Charles Foley, you will be severely...
You are pitiful.
Save your words for the gallows. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen,
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What mattered? Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. We are the men who've already lost. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Land. But men we are still. For those powers that be had done their best. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. Bankers and politicians. And they push us to compete between each other. But in the end, they are the few. We should not fear them. Our so-called... The time has come for our group to stand. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. They're only papers, after all.
That is a radical step to take.
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they will be able to work for themselves.
What you are intending to do is a crime.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines, or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time. Will you let...
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
So, you're interested in Russian?
Quite.
It is an interesting...
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock? There were also a few words along the lines of... Tell me, Doctor.
Not that I...
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother...
Well, I'm sure...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the...
And the Empire needs order and...
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without...
But we serve the truth.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make...
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested...
Wait. What?